Hello, I'm Cindy with Wisconsin Voices for Recovery, and this is Speak Out on Stigma. Today we'll be hearing from Julie from Onyx Sober Living. Hi, Julie. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. I'm great. I'm great. So tell me, how does stigma against people perpetuate substance use disorder?
So we deal a lot with stigma in our region. We have sober homes up there, and how it kind of gets perpetuated, stigma is kind of based out of fear and kind of not understanding what addiction is and what people struggling with that, what that all looks like. So, when we're working with people in our homes, we kind of, talk a lot about like recovering out loud, but maybe not giving them the whole story. And so our biggest thing is like your words matter. And so changing how we talk about people in recovery and people struggling with addiction makes a big difference, but also your actions matter. So if your words are, yeah, we really support people who are in recovery, but your actions aren't following through with that, there is definitely a stigma that needs to be addressed. And that a lot of times follows through with just some education or some getting to know some of the people in recovery who are really killing it at life right now, can kind of change those things. So that's kind of what we promote at Onyx is like be honest about what your struggles are. And we're trying to, break stigma here every single day.
That's great. That's great. That transparency piece is important. Yes. And what would you want people to know and remember about those who are seeking or in recovery?
I would like people to remember that they are humans first. Um, this is no different than struggling with any other mental health or medical condition. And when they are first starting out, the biggest problem is so many people come up against that stigma and then they just, kind of stay in their addiction and they don't think that they're worthy and they don't think that they can do it because they've been hit with that so many times. So I would like to say that if we start approaching people with the fact that they're human first and that their addiction is maybe a side effect of other things that are happening. Um, and it might help people out in the world understand that we need, people in recovery need more. They also need to know how to like stand on their own 2 feet, if that makes sense. And some of that comes from the people they surround themselves with. At Onyx Sober Living, we really support people as they're coming in. They might be day 2, day 3 sober. They have been beat down by addiction, and we really give them a platform to stand on to help rebuild their lives. And so when they are going out into the world, um, them understanding that they are worthy of the life they're building is really important. They will come up against the stigma and come up against people who don't understand it. And so we're just there to support them every single day. So, what people can do in recovery is understand that the stigma is out there and don't let it deter them. And what we can do for people who don't understand the battle of recovery is to just keep showing up in the world and keep doing the things when you're working, when you're just out anywhere. Just um, know that in recovery, you are doing the very best that you can do and to keep working towards those goals.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said. Well said. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I could say working in this field has been probably the biggest struggle and the biggest gift that I have had ever. We've had I think I've had probably 500 people go through Onyx Sober Living in 5 years. And just to see them reunite with their families and get sustainable employment and stable housing, work through all of their past hurts has been very, very self-fulfilling for me, self-gratifying just to be that support. Um, And so we just, yeah, that's what we work on every day. And we've seen big changes in our region on stigma. Um, we have organizations who are really against it, really against having sober living, neighbors who are against it. And one of the best stories, I had neighbors at our newest, like one of our houses when we just opened, they were totally against what we were doing. And then one of the neighbors knew one of the women who went through, and it flipped her idea of what that was about completely. And now she is one of our biggest supporters in that area. So just the stigma buster around that is like, she knew somebody who was struggling and has turned her life around. And that is how we change the stigma, is to show up in the world and do the things.
Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Julie, for sharing your views on stigma. And thank you to our viewers for watching. Speak Out on Stigma is a forum to raise awareness about the harmful impact of stigma on those in and seeking recovery. Recovery is for everyone. Together, we can eliminate stigma. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Thank you, and have a great day.
Have a great day.